Hey, what's up, Questers? I am really excited. I just got a package in the mail and it had this baby. Today we're unboxing the Quest 2. We're going to take a look at what is inside this thing, see what it comes with, and just the overall feel and the quality of the Quest. First off, we're going to jump in and check out what's inside the box. Let's open her up. Huge thank you to Oculus for sending me the Quest 2 early to check out. Now, let's go ahead and take a look. All right, let's check out what is inside of the box for the Oculus Quest 2. So this is the inside of the Quest 2 box that so many people have been waiting for. First off, it does come with both the left and right touch controller, the new ones, obviously. They feel a little bit heftier than the previous ones, and the face is larger on the top. The battery compartment does detach differently, so it's not going to slide around like the old one used to as well. The wrist strap is kind of a pain to tighten, at least for me, and it definitely doesn't feel quite as nice as the previous ones, but it is a wrist strap, so who really cares? You've got a box that includes the manual and the warranty information, as well as your charger and your USB-C charging cable. Also in the box, obviously, is the Quest 2, this brand new white, or more like an off-white kind of gray colored device. It does come with a glasses spacer as well, so that if you wear glasses, you can use that. Here is the Quest 2. The first look at it, it does have protective covers on the lenses to protect them. It's wrapped in a cover to protect the body as well during shipping. The volume rocker is on the bottom. There's a power button on one side. You've got the USB-C port and one 3.5mm jack on the side of the device. And the strap adjusts using these orbs in the back. I have to play with it to really get a feel for how it works. The IPD adjusts in an interesting way where you actually physically move the lenses inside of the body with your finger. So unlike the slider on the bottom with the first Quest, this one does have movable lenses, but you move them by physically pushing on the lenses themselves. All right, so first impressions of the device itself. It's definitely smaller than the original Quest. Not a massive amount, but it's definitely smaller, and it's definitely more shallow than the original Quest as well. When it comes to the depth, you can see the depth is much smaller. I haven't really used it yet. I haven't turned it on yet. I'm waiting to do that because I want to be able to film the reaction for the first time that I turn it on, but I want to get it all set up and everything first. I did put the strap on my head, and I'm going to tell you that the standard strap that it comes with, I don't think that it is as good as the original Quest strap, and even that strap was not great at keeping it pulled back because it was front heavy. This strap here, let me turn here, just make sure you can still hear me. So that's how shallow it is on my face, and that's not too bad for comfort right there, but I can still feel pressure on my cheekbones right here, and it rides up in the back. It's definitely not the most comfortable strap that there is, the standard strap. It's not awful, but it's probably not something you're going to want to spend hours and hours in if you plan on doing a lot of really heavy-duty gaming. It doesn't feel super premium. I mean, it's just a standard, regular strap. I don't even know what else to call it. I have the Elite strap, which I'm going to check out as well, and I'll be doing a video on the channel for that as well. But as of right now, the strap is adequate. I think it'll be decent for some people, but from just my putting it on and testing what little teeny bit that I have, it's not exceptional. But that may be okay for some people. You might be okay with that. It's definitely good if you want to lay down because it's so flat in the back. The adjustments on the back can be a little bit annoying. It took me a few minutes to really dial that in and get it exactly the way that I wanted it, so it actually felt like it was right on my head. You've got this strap up top here that you can disconnect, and you can adjust how tight the top is, so that allows this to go back to the back of your head just like the regular Quest does. So that is the same. It's going to take me a bit to get used to the power button on the side here. I keep trying to reach for the front of it and feel it there, but right there is where the power button is. You hold down on that. The adjustment for the IPD, like I said, I haven't turned this on yet, so I don't know. I can't really say as to what the IPD levels are going to do for my eyesight. I have about a 66 IPD, I think, approximately, but the adjustment is just moving the physical lenses. So you actually grab the lenses, and you can hear that and see it. Which means that, unfortunately, because of that, you're probably going to end up getting some smudges if you on your lenses if you move between people. Once you get it set, it shouldn't be too big of a deal, but that's how the IPD adjustment works. And then there's a little indicator in the very center, you probably can't see it right there, that says the number that's on 1, 2, and 3, so that tells you what the IPD setting is. 3 different settings, 1, 2, and 3. So it's not as adjustable as the original Quest. The original Quest had the IPD slider on the bottom, but also lately, if I shake my head at all, that IPD slider indicator shows up inside the headset, which means it's loose inside, so that may be why they went for a more click style, so it clicks into place instead of having to move back and forth. Definitely lighter. Of course, I've got the other strap on it, not the original strap, but even so, it definitely feels lighter. It's smaller. The volume rocker on the bottom is the same. You've got your charging port here on the side, and then your 3.5mm jack, and there is only one of those. So if you're trying to use, if you're looking to use your split earphones from the Quest 1, unfortunately those aren't going to work. You have to use a single 3.5mm jack, which is an interesting decision. It's possible they did that to reduce the weight, or who knows, but it was an interesting decision. The foam actually on the original one I like better. It actually feels better quality. It's lasted a lot longer. This foam feels very, very light, but it also feels like it would soak up a lot of sweat. I'm trying to think of something it feels like. It almost feels like, you ever have those eggshell crate bed things that you feel? That's the ones you put on your bed, the really cheap ones that you try to make your bed more comfortable with. That's what this feels like that eggshell fabric, this original foam padding on here, which or like a microphone padding. If you've ever seen one of those big round padding things that goes on a big microphone, that's what it feels like. The original Quest, and this is the original. Let me just take this off really quick so that we can take a look at the actual Quest better. So this is the original Quest here. This is more tough, and it feels sturdier. I'm not sure if that's a good thing or a bad thing. Honestly, I've kept this since the beginning, and I have not swapped it out, and it doesn't really bother me. It's starting to get older, and it's starting to get some stains on it and, wear on it, but it's not awful. I would be a little bit worried about this one, especially with sweat stains, because of how light it is and how absorbent it feels. It doesn't feel as tough as this one. In fact, it feels very inexpensive. So that's why I think they're probably pushing the other facial interfaces, and that's probably why they have those for sale now, and they're pushing the VR cover, which I have the VR cover for the Quest 2, which I'm going to be using as well, but that's probably was another way to cut corners and to make this cheaper, was to add a cheaper facial interface and then allow for upgrades. So overall, really, what you're getting when you buy the Quest 2 is you're getting a base Quest 2, and for me anyways, it'll depend on what your preference is. Just with looking at it, what I've seen so far, I would recommend already, without even using it, getting a different strap for this. The Elite strap is what I'm going to test, and there'll probably be third-party ones to come out as well. And also getting a different facial interface. Those were my recommendations just from seeing the device. Now, those could change as I use it over the next several days and weeks, but that's what my initial thoughts are. It is definitely lighter, smaller, but I don't really care for the strap. I don't care for the facial interface, and it'll be interesting to see how they hold up for people that have used them a lot over a short period of time. All right, so one more quick thing I wanted to mention was the controllers themselves. They are definitely different. The ring themselves, and if you can see that or not, how well you can see it, but the ring themselves are definitely different. The Quest 2's ring is wider and larger altogether. It's a little chunkier. So this one actually is a little bit wider and chunkier. The controller is heavier. The left one, which is the Quest 2 obviously, is definitely heavier than this one. It feels like it's got some heft to it. It's a little bit higher quality actually. It feels heavier. The biggest difference is that front faceplate. I don't know how you can see this really, but you can see this is small and this is really wide. It's got a sensor here you can actually rest your thumb on when you actually are playing. Unlike this one, it's got a smaller area. The menu button is over here, which I don't have the other controller right in front of me for the Quest, but that was at the bottom where this was on the other side, so it's kind of moved. The joystick feels pretty much the same. The buttons feel the same, so there's no difference there. The grip buttons feel the same, although this one's a little bit longer. You can see that there, that's a little longer than this one. And the trigger is a little bit wider on the Quest 2. But other than that, for the most part, it feels pretty much identical as far as the components go. This is definitely bigger. The biggest difference to me is this strap on the controller. Now, this one feels, to me, I like this strap on this. It feels very premium. I like the soft touch to this. This one, not so much. I mean, it's adequate. It works. I like the way that this one on the Quest, original Quest, slides a lot better. This one feels more like a cord on a pair of sweatpants, where you have sweatpants that are too big and you slide the cord in to make sure that they stay fitted properly. That's what this feels. It reminds me of. It's not, obviously. It's a little bit thinner than that, but that's what it reminds me of. It's pretty rough material, really. I'm afraid if it does this for very long, it already hurts. Just doing that hurts. Not that you're going to do that, but I can tell you right now, this one, it's much softer. So that part, which, I mean, it's not a huge thing. There probably will have other straps you can upgrade to, or if you're using a grip. Now the grip, let me just put this on here really quick. It fits. It doesn't fit perfectly. It doesn't go down all the way, but this will fit on here to actually work. If you force it up a little bit higher, I gotta get the undo the strap, but it does fit adequately. I am looking forward to one that officially fits, though, and that's white because it matches the controller, but it does fit adequately on there for now, so it at least gives me something that I can use. But overall, controllers are actually pretty nice. I like the fact that they're a little bulkier, they're a little bit bigger, and the other thing to mention, too, the battery cover is much better. The battery cover on these, super easy to slide off. It's just a magnet that holds it in place. Battery cover on these actually has a clip that pops into place up here and down here at the bottom, a nice little clip here. So when it slides in, you get a nice click, and it stays. It's not going to accidentally come down. In fact, it takes a good amount of pressure, not too much, but a pretty good amount of pressure to pull it down, and I like that part about it. So I think that is definitely an improvement over the original Quest. Keep an eye on the channel. Make sure you hit that subscribe button down there, because there's going to be a lot of Quest 2 videos coming out. Comparison videos between Quest 1 and Quest 2. I'm going to do some content videos for Quest 2. I'm even going to do some testing with some other accessories and just a whole bunch of fun stuff. So if you want to see more Quest 2 and Quest 1 videos, hit that subscribe button down there and the bell icon for notifications. Plus, you can check out even more of my videos right there. Thank you so much for watching. Stay safe and happy questing.